What's up, beautiful people? My name is Jo. Welcome to my channel and welcome to today's video where I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to improve your drawing skills. Whether it's something that you would like to do for fun or you want to get into tattooing and you want some tips on how to improve your drawing to use for tattooing. Whatever you want to use this for, with a few little things, little tricks, little tips just to improve your drawing and make it fun. First of all, you can draw with anything, on anything. I've used wood, I've used chalk, I've used charcoal, I've got a little selection of pens and pencils. You don't have to go to an art shop and spend loads of money on art supplies. Lined paper. You can draw on anything, as long as you've got permission. Don't just go drawing on the walls or someone's property. I think the easiest things to start with, though, are pencil and paper. Because you can rub it out, you can start again if you make mistakes. Art stuff is accessible to everyone. I have got a couple of books here which I found really useful. I found this one for £1.99 in a charity shop. And it's got some lovely techniques from basic things of how to hold a pencil right through to perspective and shadows and how to use light and all of that stuff. Go to a library, there's loads of stuff available without having to go and buy loads of books and everything and easels and stuff like that. I would recommend this book if you want to splash out a little bit. I think this one was £10. And I think you can get it from Amazon. I'll put a link in my description box below. But this one goes into a lot of depth and detail about your drawing techniques and how to improve. It's really cool. There's some really lovely images in here as well. There's a dog. He's going to come and help us. Also, the internet is a wonderful thing to use, and by clicking on this video, that is what you've already done. But there's loads of videos out there to give you tips on how to draw, how to improve your drawing, if there's anything in particular that you want to work on. Sometimes it's just starting, and starting with something. It can be random, could be anything. You can go outside, collect some leaves, collect some flowers, just go on the internet and search some flowers or something if that's what you want to draw. You can draw a pencil, you can draw a mug, you can draw anything, and it's all within your grasp. There's plenty of things to draw, some more boring than others, but generally it's about like the process and creating something. So don't worry about being inspired of what you want to draw, just grab whatever. There's lots of different styles to draw in, which I think as soon as you start and practice those styles and try different styles, you'll know which works best for you and what you're more comfortable to draw. When I first started out tattooing, I wanted to do more traditional style tattoos, but actually the more that I drew and the more I developed my techniques, I prefer drawing, and I just find it so much easier to draw things in a more like realistic but kind of sketchy way, but just with fine lines. I don't really like using colour that much, and that's something that I just found through practicing and drawing. You've got an idea in your head what you want to do, but your body tells you something different. Listen to those cues. Something that I really struggle with, and I have always struggled with, is just drawing from my mind. I can't just, if someone says, draw me a rose, I'll really struggle with that, or draw a dog and it'll end up looking like a tripod. I like to have a picture or that thing in front of me. I can't just imagine things in my mind. So don't worry if you're in the same boat and you think, oh, I can't draw because I can't just draw. Not many people can do that. I think, that's an amazing skill to have, but that's not that realistic, especially when you're starting out. There's this whole thing with cheating with drawing and using light boxes, tracing paper, using other images and stuff on the internet. I think proper cheating is when you print an image and say that that's yours. As soon as you put a pen to paper or a pencil to paper or something, you are creating. That is yours. Whether you are tracing the outlines of something else, you're creating it. Well done. You're an artist. Get a beret and off you go. Be patient with yourself and be kind to yourself. Doesn't have to be good. I mean, what is good anyway? It's art. It's all like conceptual and, what is art? Yeah, whack it on. Some people might like it. Some people might hate it. You might hate it. It's very rare that you're actually going to like what you've done, but it doesn't mean it's bad. Sometimes it's just about creating and the whole process of that and where that takes you. I like to sit down, have quiet, have a cup of tea and just draw, and it really relaxes me. It's not necessarily about what I draw, it's about the process and how it makes you feel, how it makes me feel. So let's do a little bit of drawing and just show you a few techniques that I use. I have printed off a few different lilies. This one is like a drawing, and then this one is actual real lily, but it hasn't printed very well. So I've done one in colour and one in black and white of the same image. I'm going to draw around this. I'm going to use a window because I don't have a light box here with me. So you can do this, and I will change the angle of the camera, and then just mark out the outline or any other bits that you want to mark on. I wouldn't trace the whole thing and do all the shadows and stuff. I would go around the outline and any other bits I want to mark out just to make sure they're in the right spot. So I have like a technical pencil here that I'm going to do the outline with. So just, you can tape it to the window or you can just hold it. I'm just going to hold it because it's not going to take me long. Okay, that'll do. Okay, so I have all the outline on of the lily, and now I'm just gonna, I've got the printout next to it where all the detail is, all the shading and everything. So I'm gonna use the same pencil and just put in a little bit of detail, some of the shading, and just make it more lily-like. I can use this for reference. I know that in that petal we've got a line kind of going through the middle, a couple of lines going through the middle. Again, it doesn't have to be exactly like the image. As long as you go with, yeah, kind of what it looks like. It's going to look like a lily at the end of the day, hopefully. Well, I mean, it already does, so winner. So we add a little bit of shading. And generally, like the darkest part is the bit inside, because that's where the light is the least present. So you hold the pencil like kind of in a loose way when you do the shading. When I do the outline, I kind of hold it in a more, like a stronger grip. But when you're doing the shading, you can do that a little bit looser, so you don't want to put too much strain on your hands when you're doing this stuff. It's got to be a little bit relaxing. And you'll find, once you're doing your drawing, your pencil starts off really sharp, and obviously the more that you use it in a certain area, it will go a little bit softer. But then if you just turn it in your hand a little bit, you'll get that sharper point again when you want to get perhaps a darker line in there. But then you will either need to sharpen it or just turn it slightly. So all of this section is quite dark. Play with it. I've got a biro here. Maybe I'm going to go round the outside again, make that a little bit darker. You can do it sketchy. You can go outside the lines. Go mad with it. Let's make those a little bit darker. Just be a little bit free with it. They're circular, so we go circular motion around them. We are using an image from the internet, but this, just this style, makes it unique, makes it your own. You can build it up and don't have to go mad with all the crazy lines to start with. You can just put an outline around it and then go over with the lines. So there you go, there's another different style, and that just brings out the petals a little bit more. Okay, let's go with the colour one. So I've got some fine liners here as well. There's different thicknesses, so you've got the numbers on here, 0.1. So this one is like the finest one. This is what I'll use for lots of the little detail. You might want a slightly thicker pen, a slightly thicker line for the outside. I am going to do the window technique and go around the outline of this. I'm actually going to go with a really fine line because we're going to keep it nice and delicate. And then I'm going to do a different shading technique. So I'm going to use a pen this time, and I'm just going to do lots of lines, lots of fine lines, picking out those darker sections and do it quite quick, trying to get them next to each other. It doesn't matter if they go into each other. But again, just build it up. my hand, the grip's quite loose, although it does need to be controlled. And you can move the paper. That's a good thing about paper drawing compared to tattooing. You can move this, make it easier for yourself. There's some ways your hand's just more natural to go than others. Like to and from you is easier than like across. This way of drawing is quite similar to the way that I tattoo. It's the closest I can get to what my tattoos actually look like. And yeah, you can probably see that these, you can't get that like dotted effect because drawing, the pen is moving on the paper like this, whereas tattoo, the needle is going in and out. So you're getting actually, there's dots. Unless you go really slowly, then it turns into a line. But when you go quickly, and the shading that I do when I'm doing my tattooing, it is actually dots, like really fine. So yeah, that's it with just the lines going in sort of the same direction. There you go, so you've got two lovely drawings of some lilies. And as I said, you can print off or use anything that you've got that's close to you that you can draw it, give it a go, and see what you come up with. If you have any questions about drawing techniques, anything that you're struggling with, please put them in the comments below and I'll try and help you out. Obviously this is a massive topic and there's so many things that you can do, so many techniques. So if there's anything in particular that you would like me to cover, then please let me know. Just have fun with it, it's fun, drawing's fun. And I'll see you next time.